Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Val-Marie and in today's video I am going to show you my capsule wardrobe for Japan. A year ago I went on a lifelong dream of mine, a 1-month trip to Japan. And the pile of clothes you see around me is everything I packed for this trip. This trip was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that took about 10 years to schedule and save for, and I can tell you I had the time of my life. I was gone for a whole month and I explored as much of this country as I could. I was there during the Hanami festival where you can appreciate nature's beauty with all of the cherry trees blooming and blossoming. It was so incredible. If you're going to Japan soon for Hanami, well, first of all, please enjoy your wonderful time for me. So whether you are going to Japan for Hanami this year or just looking for inspiration for any trip really, stay tuned. I'm very pleased with the way I packed, the way I carefully selected my pieces for this capsule wardrobe. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and let's get going. I'm gonna quickly talk about my logic and how I built this capsule for this trip, and then I'll show you a bunch of different outfits that I could create from what I selected. So make sure to stick around to watch all of these items. As I was gone for a whole month, I had to pack very carefully and mindfully because I didn't want to carry such a heavy luggage around. I was gonna do multiple stops from Tokyo to the Japanese Alps. I was gonna do a lot of sightseeing. I was also going to drive around, so I had to have some comfortable pieces, but I also really wanted to look put together in many different outfits. This goes to show that everything fit really nicely inside of my carry-on. We have the underwear on the left side. Everything is folded very nicely, following the Marie Kondo method that everybody knows of. And my shoes are always on the right side of my carry-on. I don't mind them being stored them without bags because I typically have the soles facing each other. And there's just also my toiletry bag, my fanny pack, and underneath my slippers. This is proof that everything fit in the carry-on luggage, as the items on the left are what I wore on travel days. The bulkier shoes would be for travel days, obviously. The coat, scarf, and gloves, the white bag would be used on travel days, and a very simple black outfit, simple and very comfortable. Now, I had access to a laundry in my different accommodation plans, so I was able to do laundry at least once a week, I would say. For the capsule wardrobe itself, I was really inspired by my mustard coat. I knew I wanted that coat for the trip, and I was just gonna pack one because coats can be so bulky. That's sort of how I started thinking about my capsule wardrobe. If that's the coat that I'm gonna get, I need to have items that are gonna pair really well with it. Also, the coat was going to be essentially my outfit for the whole month because I was gonna wear it most of the days. Because it was such a transitional period, I had to have warm clothes and less warm clothes. End of March was still pretty chilly, so I really wanted to make sure I was not going to be cold. And one way to ensure that without having to pack a giant luggage is to get very thin but warm layers, and also make sure that my ends were covered, essentially my hands, because I can get really cold. Packing a pair of gloves and a scarf was a very good idea because I could stay really warm for these freezing days at the beginning of the trip. And then the further the trip went, the warmer it got, and so at the end of the trip I actually did not need to use them. Most of the items are going to be from Uniqlo, which I find amusing since it's a video about my Japan capsule wardrobe, but that is just the reality of my capsule wardrobe, and I hope you're going to like it. It might look as though this whole capsule is an ad for Uniqlo, but I swear it's not. I just really like the brand. I find the items to be very easy to pair with a bunch of other things. They are very, very good basics. I think reasonably priced and also fairly good quality. So I knew I was also going to do a little bit of shopping there, which I was actually very, very reasonable because I only bought 2 tops. Both tops are actually very similar in shape, and funny enough, that was at Uniqlo, which I know I can find anywhere else, but obviously I have a special attachment to these 2 items because they were bought in Japan. These 2 items are actually part of a partnership collection between Uniqlo and Comptoir des Cotonniers, and I really, really like both of them. I'm wearing one of them now, and the other one is this beautiful striped top with some cream, and I really like the colors of it, and it matched the rest of the capsule wardrobe, so that was really nice. So for layering, I had a couple of tank tops, both from the line Arism. One is beige and the other is black. Then I had a very thick short sleeve ribbed t-shirt, black, that I like. Then a dark gray long sleeve top from Uniqlo from the line Heatech, a thin one, and then a bit of a thicker one that is also from Uniqlo, also from Heatech, that is black. Then I have the extra thick Heatech version long sleeve top from Uniqlo that is black as well. A white one that is a turtleneck, extra thick and white from Uniqlo. And then, oh my gosh, the whole thing is from Uniqlo, pretty much. That's kind of crazy, because I'm just realizing the 2 ribbed knit turtlenecks that I brought are also from Uniqlo. That's kind of crazy. So Uniqlo, if you want to sponsor me, I would be really happy to be partnering with you. There's like this dark burnt copper color that is really, really nice. And there is a off-white or cream color. And these are very warm, you know, probably because they're turtlenecks. I'm not sure what the blend is, but they are very thin and very warm. I packed 1 dress, and that is this very beautiful flowery black dress that I got from my friend Rachel. It is actually an H&M dress. It might be a little tight in the shoulder area because there's no stretch in the fabric, but it is a very elegant piece that I could pair very easily with my 2 sweaters here. It has touches of red and yellow and green in the pattern, so that was working really well with the coat. And I forgot to talk about the other star of the show, which is this beautiful thrifted skirt from Karl Lagerfeld that I got in Brooklyn, New York. It just pairs so nicely with the coat and the other items that I selected. I was really excited to have this one in my wardrobe. For the pants, I've got 1 burgundy legging from Lululemon. The black legging is from Uniqlo. Surprise, surprise. And also I've got this pair of pants or leggings that I'm actually gonna donate after I film this video because they are done. I've used them and worn them for many years, and you know, at this point I think it's finally time to try and replace them. Unfortunately, they don't make it at Uniqlo anymore because these are a very fitted, skinny model, and it's not really trendy in 2026. I completely forgot to talk about this pair of pants. I got this in New York. This is a very nice wide leg pair of pants that is an off-white cream color, and I really like the details. I really like the closure here. You've got 2 rows of very nice round buttons. I think it goes really well with the earrings. The Uniqlo top works here. It's a very nice spring outfit. I also packed a kimono that I wore when we were not doing any sightseeing. That was really comfortable to have. And then for accessories, for shoes, I had 4 different pairs. My slippers for indoors, because as I'm sure you know, you can't walk indoors with your shoes on, and I really wanted to have my slippers and feel comfortable. I packed my rain boots, which was really nice for the beginning of the trip where we still had a few rainy days. Then my really nice leather boots from Bobby's that I really like. The 4th pair, actually, I don't have anymore. I donated them recently because they are actually a bit too wide for my feet now. I did have a foot surgery a few years back, but it was a pair of sneakers that is black leather from Birkenstock. As a replacement here, I just have a pair of white sneakers I recently got that I think give the same function. For jewelry, I packed this pair of round earrings that I really love that I got from my friend Catherine. I actually packed a different watch than this one. My other watch that I had on the trip broke, so this is a replacement I got. It's also golden and pairs really well with the rest of my jewelry. And I also had this other pair donated by my friend Rachel, and they belonged to her mom. So these are true vintage from the 80s. For the bags, these are what I packed. We've got a fanny pack here, a find from a clothing swap, and I thought the little crosses matched most of my outfits. The fanny pack was so convenient during this trip because I had my hands free and I could just have my phone and capture a bunch of things, taking pictures and videos. Just have this strapped around me many different ways. So this fanny pack was a great option for daily sightseeing. I will say it was also a very good size. It could fit my sunglasses, my wallet, my gloves, and a few more things, so it was a really convenient thing. This is a set of 2 bags that go together, and this one you can use just as a little cute little a strapless purse, and so a very elegant option. And you can also just slide it in the bigger bag and have your wallet or special things inside of the smaller purse, and then have the bigger one for shopping and bringing things back to the Airbnb. My laptop, whenever we were traveling, it does have a strap that you can adjust in length, so if I wanted I could have it on one shoulder or across my body, and that was also so nice because I could use it in many different ways. It needs a wash. I'm noticing that it's time for me to take care of this one to give it back its beautiful off-white color. It's actually super resistant, it's stain resistant as well. That was a donation from my friend Bree, who was getting rid of this. She just never wore it, never used it. It was pretty much new when I got it from her. That was also such a good find. So let's see. This concludes my presentation. Now let's move on to the try-ons. Starting off with a very contrasty outfit. I wore this one on repeat. You can also do all black under the mustard coat. That's also a very easy and very simple look. Also ideal on travel days. I'll just show you one by one from the warmest to the coolest outfit following my trip. I find that the fitted black pants work very nicely with this mustard coat. The wide leg pants don't work as much with this coat, so I kept those for warmer days. Variation here with a very bright outfit. 2 very bright colors. It's a different look. I also really like these colors together. It screams fall, but for cooler weather, this was actually really nice.
It's getting warmer in Japan, so the coat is out. I am just letting these pants shine with the maroon turtleneck. I really like this color combination, and I remember wearing this outfit quite often as well. Now, if this is too contrasty for your taste, let's move on to this monochromatic outfit. What an elegant option. This was actually great for sightseeing, a very comfortable outfit, but the monochromatic look is always going to be next level, bringing back some contrast with my fanny pack and my pair of black leather boots. Well, you'll have to imagine because I did not put my shoes on for any of the try-ons. Short sleeves it is. The weather is getting warmer and obviously anything goes with a pair of black pants. I think the fanny pack looks nicer than the white bag for this outfit. Love, love, love this combination. The black and off-white is just so nice and simple, with touches of gold in my accessories, my fanny pack, and my pants. This was also great for very long walk days. I could pair this with my sneakers or my leather boots. It worked really nicely. You would have seen this outfit already, so let's move on to the other top that I bought there. This was one of my absolute favorite outfits. I think it suits my figure really well. I love the stripes, I love the colors. That's a win. After so much sightseeing and traveling, it's dinner time. A cocktail, perhaps? Someone once told me that it was giving Clueless vibe, but in the best possible way. I actually didn't know what the movie was, but this is outfit number one for a little bit more elegance, for when I really wanted to look more put together. Oh, I packed two pair of tights, one very thin black tights and one thick and warm pair for cooler days. Just switching up the top here with my thin cashmere sweater, the only item that is not from Uniqlo. Also obviously works really well with that off-white bag. And for warmer days, the short sleeves, of course, worked really nicely as well. Of course, the second best option for an elevated look was this dress. The length is really nice. Something I want to mention is I did not necessarily film every single possible combination. I didn't do the math, but I'm sure there were many, many, many more possibilities. I just showed you the nicest outfits, but I also had a bunch of layers for cooler days. Speaking of which, for a chill night, I could very simply add one of my two knits. If it got even cooler, the coat worked really nicely as well. Lastly, for a realistic travel wardrobe, these would be a few options for my lounge time, resting in the different Airbnbs, the kimono, of course, and then just a simple pair of leggings and a heat-tech top and my Lululemon leggings with just a dark gray top.
I really feel like I have nailed the selection of items for this trip. I could be warm, I could be very comfortable, I could be also very much put together. For all of the activities we did, the sightseeing, the walking around, the shopping experience, the just resting at home, the driving, everything, it was just a very nice capsule wardrobe. I really hope this inspired you. Please let me know what you think of my choice of color scheme for this capsule wardrobe. I find it interesting because it's theoretically, I guess, more of a fall color scheme with all of the mustard and burnt orange, but I had so much fun filming this video. I really hope you guys got some inspiration from it, and just playing around with a bunch of different outfits, especially for a 1-month trip, was such a fun and creative way to experience my wardrobe. This video is also part of my slowly building my spring wardrobe series here on YouTube. If you want to see more, make sure to check out my playlists and hit subscribe, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.